all henceafter in their lives, live registered upon our brazen tombs, and then grace us in disgrace of death, when spite of cormorant devouring time, the endeavor of this present breath may buy the honor that shall bait the sky's keen edge and make us heirs to all eternity. Therefore, brave conquerors, for so you are, that war against your own affections and that huge army of the world's desires, our late edict shall strongly stand in force. Navarre shall be the wonder of the world. Our court shall be a little academy, still and contemplative, living art. You three, Maroon, Dumaine, Longueville, have sworn for 3 years' term to live with me, and to keep those statutes which are recorded in this schedule here. Your oaths are passed, and now subscribe your names, that his own hand may strike his honor down, that violates the smallest branch herein. You are armed to do as sworn to do? Subscribe your names, and keep it too.
I am resolved. 'Tis but a 3 years fast. The mind shall banquet though the body pine. Fat paunches have lean pegs and dainty bits. Make rich the ribs, the big ruff, quite the wigs. My loving lord Dumaine is mortified, the grosser manner of this world's delight. He throws upon the world's growth race to slaves. To live, to love, I pine and die, with all these livings in philosophy.
I can but say their protestation's over. So much, dear liege, have I already sworn. That is, to live and study here 3 years. But there are other strict observances. As not to see a woman in that term, which I hope well is not enrolled there. And 1 day in the week, to touch of no food, and but 1 meal on every day besides, which I hope well is not enrolled there. And then, to sleep but 3 hours in the night, and not be seen a wink of all the day, that which I hope well is not enrolled there. Oh, these are barren tasks, too hard to keep. Not to see women, study, fast, not sleep.
Your oath is passed to pass away from these.
Let me say nay, my liege, and if you please, I swore to study with your grace, and stay here in your court for 3 years' space.
You swore to that, Maroon, and to the rest.
By yea and nay, sir, then I swore in jest. What is the end of study? Let me know.
Why, that to know which else you should not know.
Things hidden far, you mean, from common sense?
Aye, that study's godlike recompense.
Come on, then. I will swear to study so, to know the thing which I am forbid to know. And thus to study, where I well may dine, when I to feast, expressly am forbid. Or study to meet some mistress fine, when mistresses from common sense are hid, or having sworn too hard to keep the oath. Study to break it and not break my troth. If study's gains be thus, and this be so, study knows that which yet it doth not know. Swear me to this, and I'll ne'er say no.
These be the stops that hinder study quite, and train our intellects to vain delight.
Why, all delights are vain, and that most vain, which with pain purgeth, thus inherit pain as painfully to pour upon a book. To seek the light of truth, while truth the while, doth falsely blind the eyesight of us look. Light seeking light, doth light of light beguile. So ere you find where light to darkness lies, your light grows dark by loosening of your eyes. Study me how to please thee, I indeed, by fixing upon a fairer eye, who dazzling so that I shall meet his heed, and give him light that is blinded by. Study is like heaven's glorious sun, that will not beat deep church with saucy looks. Small hath continual plotters one, save base authority from others' books. These earthly godfathers of heaven's lights, that give a name to every fixed star, had no more profit of their shining nights than those that walk and want not what they are. Too much to know is to know not the fame, and every godfather can give a name.
How well he's read, to reason against reading.
Proceeded well, to stop all good proceeding. He reads the court and still to the reading.
The spring is near when green geese are in breeding.
How follows that?
Fit in its place in time.
In reason nothing.
Something better rhyme.
Maroon is like an envious sneaking frost that bites the firstborn infants of spring.
Why say I am? Why should proud summers boast before the birds have any cause to sing? At Christmas time I no more desire a rose than wish a snow and May's new spangled shows, the life of each thing that the season grows. So you to study, now it is too late. Climb o'er the house and unlock the little gate.
Well, sit you out. Go home, Maroon, adieu.
Oh, no good, my liege. I have sworn to stay with you. And though I have for barbarous unspoken more than for that angel knowledge you can say, yet confident, I will keep what I have sworn and bide the penance of each 3 years' day. So to the laws at large, I'll write my name.
How well this yielding rescues thee from shame.
I tell me, that no woman shall come within a mile of my court? Hath this been proclaimed 4 days ago? Let us see the penalty. On pain of losing her tongue, Who devises penalties, and read that did I. Sweet Lord, and why? To fright them hence with that dread penalty. A dangerous law against gentility. Item, that no woman shall be seen to speak with a man for the term of 3 years. And if he is, he shall endure such public shame as the rest of the court can possibly find. This article, my liege, yourself must break. For well you know, here comes an embassy, the French king's daughter, with yourself to speak. A maid of grace and complete majesty, about the surrender of Aquitaine, to her decrepit, sick, and bedrid father. Therefore, this article is made in vain, or vainly comes the high princess hither.
What say you, lords? This was quite forgot.
So study evermore is overshot. Though it doth do the thing that it would, it doth forget to do the thing that it should. And when it hath the thing it hunteth most, 'tis one as town to fire, so one, so lost.
We must of force dispense with this decree. She must lie here on mere necessity.
Necessity will make us all forsworn 3,000 times within this 3 years' space. For every man with his effects is born, not by my master, but by special grace. If I break faith, these words shall speak for me. I am forsworn on mere necessity. So to the laws at large, I'll write my name, and he who breaks them in the least decree stands an attainder of eternal shame. Suggestions are to others as to me, and I believe, although I seem to loaf, I am the last who will last keep his oath. But is there no quick recreation granted?
Aye, that there is. Our court, you know, is haunted with a refined traveler of Spain, a man in all the world's new fashion pleasure that hath him into praises in his brain. One who the music of his own vain tongue doth ravish, like enchanting harmony. A child of fancy that Armado hight, or intro to our study shall relate in high-born words the worth of many a knight for time Spain, lost in the world's debate. How you delight, my lords, I know not I, but I protest, I love to hear him lie, and I shall use him for my minstrelsy.
Armado is an illustrious wight, a man of flowery new words, fashion's own knight.
Co-star the swain, and he shall be our sport. And so to study 3 years is but short.
Which is the Duke's own person?
This fellow, what was?
I myself reprehend his own person, but I would see his own person in flesh and blood.
This is he.
Sir, Sir, Command you, there is villainy abroad. This letter will tell you more.
Sir, the contents thereof are as touching me. A letter from the magnificent Armado.
How low soever the matter, I hope in God for high word.
I hope, for low heaven, God grant us patience.
To hear or forbear hearing.
To hear meekly, sir, and to laugh moderately, or to forbear both.
Well, sir, be that the style to give us cause to climb in the merriness.
the matter is to me, sir, as concerning Jack and Etta. The manner of it is because I was taken with the matter.
In what manner?
In matter of forefolly, all of these three. For I was seen with her in the manor house, sitting with her on the porch, and later taken with her in the park. For this is the manner of forefolly. For it is the manner of man to speak to a woman, for the fourth, in some form.
For the following, sir?
And it shall follow my correction, and God defend the right.
Will you hear this letter with attention?
As we would hear an oracle.
Such is the simplicity of man to hearken after the flesh.
Great Deputy, the Welkin's Vice-Regent and sole Dominator of Navarre, my earth's soul's God and body's fostering patron.
Not a word of co-star yet.
So it is.
But if he says it is so, he is telling true but so.
Peace.
Speak to me in every man that dares not fight.
No words.
Of other men's secrets, I beseech you.
So it is besieged with sable-colored melancholy that I did commend the black oppressive humor to the most wholesome physic of thy health-giving air, and as I am a gentleman, return myself to walk, the hour when, about the 6th hour, the time when beasts most graze, birds best peck, and man sits down to that nourishment which is called supper. Enough for the time, now for the place, where I did encounter that most obscene and preposterous event that here dropped from my snow-white pen, the ebon-colored ink that here thou viewest, beholdest, surveyest, or seest, but to the place where it standeth north, northeast, by east, from the west corner of thy curious mountain heart. There did I see that low-spirited swain, that base minnow of thy mirth.
Me?
That unlettered, small, knowing soul.
Me?
That shallow vessel,
Still me?
which, as I remember, I co-starred.
Oh, me?
Sorted and consorted contrary to thy established proclaimed edict and continent canon, which with but with a passion to say wherewith,
With a wench.
with the child of our grandmother, a female, or for their more sweet understanding, a woman. Him as my ever-esteemed duty prigs me on have sent me by thy grace's sweet officer, Anthony Dull, a man of good repute, carriage, bearing, and estimation.
Me as shall please you. I am Anthony Dole.
As for Jacquinetta, thus is the weaker vessel called, which I have apprehended with the aforesaid swain. I keep her as a vessel of thy law's fury, and shall deliver her to thee at the least of thy sweet notice. Thine in all compliments, in heart-burning heat of duty, Don Adriano de Armado.
Not so well as I hoped for, but the best ever I heard.
I the best, for the worst. But Sarah, what say you to this?
Sir, I confess the wench.
Did you hear the proclamation?
I confess much of the hearing of it, but little of the marking of it.
It was proclaimed a year's imprisonment to be taken with the weapon.
I was taken with none, sir. I was taken with a damsel.
Well, it was proclaimed damsel.
She was no damsel neither. She was a virgin.
It is so very. The word was proclaimed virgin.
Well, then I deny her virginity. I was taken with a maid.
This maid will not serve your turn, sir.
This maid will serve my turn, sir.
I shall pronounce your sentence. You shall fast a week with bread and water.
I had rather bread and butter for Monday forward.
And John Armado shall be your keeper. Lord Baruch, open the door. Now go we, lords, to put into practice that which we to each other have so strongly sworn.
I'll lay my head to any good man's hat. These oaths and laws shall prove idle scorn. Sarah, come on.
I suffer for the truth, sir. For true it was I was taken with Jacqueline, and Jacqueline is a true girl. Therefore I welcome the sour cup of affliction, and prosperity may one day smile again. Until then, sit thee down, sorrow.
Boy, what signs it when a man of great spirit grows melancholy?
The great man, sir, that you look sad.
Why, Samus is one, and the self-same king. Did her imp?
Oh, no, sir, Lord, no.
How can thou part sadness and melancholy, my tender juvenile?
By familiar illustration of their working, my tough senor.
Why thou, senor? Why thou, senor?
Why tender juvenile? Why tender juvenile?
I spoke it, tender juvenile, as a congruent epithet appertaining to thy young days, which we may nominate tender.
And I, sir, senor, is an opportunity title to your old kind. We may nominate
Pretty and apt.
How mean you, sir? I pretty, am I saying apt, or I apt, am I saying pretty?
Thou pretty because little,
Pretty, because little, wherefore apt?
therefore apt because quick.
Speaking this in my praise, master,
In thy condign praise.
I would praise an eel with the same praise.
What? That an ill is ingenious?
That an eel is quick.
I do say, thou art quick in answer. Thou hearest my
I am
love.
answered, sir.
I love not to be crossed.
She speaks from your contrary, cross is love not kin.
I have promised to study 3 years with the Duke.
You may do it in an hour, sir.
Impossible.
How many is one thrice told?
I am ill at reckoning. It is the spirit of a tapster.
You're a gentleman and a gamester, sir.
I can best both. They're both the varnish of a complete man.
Then I'm sure you know how much a gross sum of 2 cigs amounts to,
It doth amount to 1 more than 2.
which the base vulgar do call 3.
True.
Why, sir, then is this such a piece of study? Here you have 3, you're thrice a week. And how easy it is to put the word 3 to the word years. It's 3 years and 2 words. The dancing horse will tell you.
A most fine figure.
To prove you a cipher.
I will hereupon confess. I am in love. And as it is base for exalted love, so am I in love with a base wench. And if drawing my sword against a human affection would deliver me from the wreck begotten it, I would take his iron prisoner and ransom him to any friend's court here for a new device courtesy. Methinks scorn aside, I think I should outswear Cupid. Comfort me, boy. What great men have been in love?
Hercules, master.
Ah, most sweet Hercules. More authority, dear boy, nay more. And sweet my child, let them be men of good repute and carriage.
Sounds so, master. He was a man of good carriage. Great carriage. For he carried the town gates on his back like a porter. And he was in love.
Most sweet Hercules, strong jointed, sir, Hercules. I do excel thee as much as thou didst me in carrying gates. I too am in love. Who was Samson's love, my dear mom?
A woman, master.
Of what complexion?
Of the 4, or the 3, or the 2, or one of the 4.
Tell me precisely of what complexion.
Of the sea white or green, sir.
Is that one of the 4 complexions?
As I have read, and the best of them too.
Green indeed the color of lovers. But to a love of that color, methinks he has small reason for it. He surely affected her for a week.
It was so, for she had a green wig.
My love is most immaculate, white and red.
Immaculate thoughts were masked under such colors, master.
Define, well-educated infant.
My father's wit and my mother's tongue assist me.
Sweet indication of a child, most pretty and pathetic.
She be made of wine and bread, her fault shall ne'er be known. For blushing cheeks by cause are red, and feared by how much shown. But if she be to fair or brave, by this you shall not know. For still her cheeks possess the name which she doth know. A dangerous rhyme, master, against the reason of white and red.
Is there not the ballad, boy, of the king and the beggar?
I think the world was guilty of a ballad some 3 ages since, but I think now 'tis not to be found. And if it were, it would serve for neither the writing nor the tune.
I will have that subject newly rethought, that I may example my digression by some mighty precedent. Boy, I do love that country girl I took in the park, with the rational hind co-star. She deserves well.
To be whipped, and yet a better love than my master.
Sing, boy, my spirit goes heavenly enough.
That's a great marvel, love the light wench.
I say sing.
Forbear, till this company be past.
Sir, the Duke's pleasure you can co-star safe, and you must suffer in no blight nor no penance. For this damsel, I will keep her the part, for she is loved David. Fare you well.
I do but train myself to blushing. Maid,
Ma'am,
I will visit you at the lodge.
that's your bag.
I know where to situate.
Lord, how wise you are.
I will tell thee once.
With that face?
I love you,
So I heard you say.
and so farewell.
So whether after you.
Come, Jack, Renetta.
Villain, thou shalt fast for thy offenses ere thou be pardoned.
Well, sir, I hope when I do it, I shall do it on a full stomach.
Thou shalt be heavily punished.
I am more bound to you than your fellows, for they are but lightly rewarded.
Take this villain away. Shut him up.
Come, transgressing slave, away.
Let me not be pent up, so I will fast being loose.
That were fast and loose. Thou shalt to prison.
Well, if ever I do see the merry days of desolation that I have seen, some shall see.
What shall some see?
Nay, nothing, Master Moss, for it is for prisoners to be too silent in their words. Therefore, I thank God I have as much patience as another man, therefore I can be quiet.
I do affect the very ground, which is base. What her shoe,
which is base F,
guided by her foot,
which is base est.
doesn't tread. And I should be forsworn, which is a great argument of falsehood, if I love. And how can that be love, which is falsely attempted? Love is of a milk, love is a devil. There is no evil angel but love. Yet was Samson so tempted, and he had excellent strength. Yet was Homer so seduced, and he had a very good wit. Cupid's butt shaft is too much for Hercules' club, and therefore too much odds for a Spaniard's rapier. The first and second cause will not serve my turn. The facade, he respects none. The way he regards none. His disgrace is because born. His glory is to subdue men. Adu, valor, rust right here. Be still, drum, for your manager is enough. Yea, he loveth. Assist me some example God of Brian, for I am sure I shall turn sonnet. Divine wit, right pen, for I am, for whole boy, in folio. Now, madam, summon up your dearest spirits. Consider who the king, your father, sends, to whom he sends and what to them. Yourself held precious in the world's esteem, to partner with the sole inheritor of all perfections that a man may owe. Matchless the bar, a plea of knowledge weight than Aquitaine, a dowry for queen. Be no as prodigal as all their grace, as nature was in making graces due, when she did starve the general world beside, and prodigally gave them all to you.
Good Lord Goyette, my beauty, though but mean, needs not the painted flourish of your praise. Beauty is bought by judgment of the eye, not uttered by base self-chapman's tongue. I am less proud to hear you tell my worth than you much willing to be counted wise in spending your wit in the praise of mine. But now to task the tasker, good Goyette. You are not ignorant, I'll tell you things. Doth noise abroad in the bar has made a vow, till painful study shall where 3 years no woman may approach his silent court. Therefore to us seems it a needful course, before we enter his forbidden gates, to know his pleasure, and in that behalf, full of your worthiness, we single you as our best fair movie solicitor. Tell him the daughter of the King of France, on serious business craving quick dispatch, importunes personal conference with his grace. Haste signifies so much while we attend, like humble visage shooters, his high will.
Proud of employment, willingly I go.
All pride is willing pride, and yours is so. Who are the votaries, my loving ladies, that are vassals with this virtuous duke?
Long ago was one.
Know you the man?
I know him, madam. Had a marriage feast between Lord Perigord and the beauteous hair Jackdaw from Versailles. In Normandy I saw this Longueville, come out of sovereign heart is esteemed. Well fitted in arts, glorious in arms, nothing becomes nobility with wealth. The only soil this fair virtue's lost, if virtue's lost the same as any soil, is a sharp wit matched with 2 blunts of will, whose edge hath power to cut, whose will still wills. Hatred none spared to come to his power.
Some merry mocking lord be like, it is so.
They say so, that most of multitude humors know.
Such short-lived wits do wither as they grow. Who are the rest? The young do make a well-accomplished youth. Of all that virtue love, most power to do most harm, leaves no way ill. We have wit to make an ill shape good, and shape to win grace. But we had no wit. I saw him at the Duke of Alençon's once, and much too little of that good I saw is my report to his great worthiness.
Another of these dukes at that time was there with him, as I have heard truly. For moon they call him but a merrier man, within the limit of becoming mirth. I never spent an hour's talk with all. His eye begets occasion full of his wit. For every object is the one that catch, the other turns to a mirth-moving jest, which his fair tongue, complete with sponsor, delivers to such apt and gracious words, that aged ears play truant at his tell, and younger hear him are quite ravished. So sweet and voluble is his discourse.
God bless my ladies, are they all in love, that every one her own hath garnished with the beckoning ornaments of praise?
Here comes Goyette.
Now, what is minutes, Lord?
Navarre had noticed of your fair approach. He and his competitor, in oath, were all addressed to meet you, gentle lady, before I came. Marry, thus much I have learned. He rather means to lodge you in the field, like one that comes here to besiege his court. Then, seeking a dispensation for his oath, to let you enter his unpeopled house. Here comes Navarre.
Welcome, fair princess, to the court of Navarre.
There I give you back again, and welcome I have not yet. The roof of this court is too high to be yours, and welcome to the wide fields too facing to be mine.
You shall be welcome, fair madam, to my court.
I will be welcome then. Conduct me thither.
Permit your lady, I have sworn an oath.
Our lady help my lord, he'll be forsworn.
Your ladyship is ignorant what it is.
Were my lord so, his ignorance were wise, were knowledge must now prove ignorance. I hear your grace has sworn out housekeeping.
'Tis deadly sin to keep that oath, my lord, and sin to break it. But pardon me, I am too sudden bold. To teach the teacher ill beseech me. Vouchsafe to read the purpose of my coming, and suddenly resolve me in my fruits.
I will, if suddenly I may.
You will the sooner I were away, for you'll prove perjured if you make me stay.
Did I not dance with you in Barbon once?
Did not I dance with you in Barbon?
I know that I did.
Tell me the truth of them to ask the question.
You must not be so quick.
'Tis long of you to spur me with such questions.
Your wit is too hot, it speaks too fast, it will tire.
Not till leaves the rider in the mire.
At what time of day?
The hour that fools should ask.
Now fair befall your man.
And fair falls the face that covers.
And since you many lovers.
Amen, so you be none.
Nay, then will I be gone.
Madam, your father doth here intimate the payment of 100,000 crowns, being but one half of an entire sum disbursed by my father and his wars. But say, as neither he nor we as yet have received that sum, and yet there remains unpaid 100,000 more, in surety of the which one part of Aquitaine is bound to us. Although not valued to the money's worth, if the king your father would restore but the one half which is unsatisfied, we shall yield up Aquitaine and hold fair friendship with his majesty. Although that, it seems, he little proposes. For here, he doth demand to have repaid 100,000 crowns, and not demands on payment of 100,000 crowns, to have his title live in Aquitaine, which we had much rather depart with all, and have the money by our father lent. Fair madam, were not his request so far from reason's yielding, your fair self should make a yield and gain some reason in my breast, and go well satisfied to France again.
You do the king my father too much wrong, and wrong the reputation of your name in so seeming to confess receipt of that which hath so faithfully been paid.
I do protest, I never heard of it. But if you'll prove it, we'll repay it back, or yield up Aquitaine.
We arrest your word. For yet, you could produce applicants for such a sum from special officers of Charles his father.
Satisfy me so.
So please your grace, the packet is now come, where that and other specialties are found. Tomorrow you shall have a sight of them.
It shall suffice me. At which interview all liberal reason I shall yield unto. Meantime, receive such welcome at my hand, as honor, without breach of honor, may make gentle of thy true worthiness. You may not come, fair princess, within my gates, but here without you shall be so received as you deem yourself lodged within my heart, although denied fair harbor in my house. Thine own thoughts excuse me and farewell. Tomorrow we shall visit thee again.
Sweet health and fair desires consort your grace.
Thine own wish wish I thee in every place.
Lady, I would commit you to my own heart.
I pray you do my accommodations. I would be glad to see it.
I would you hear it groan.
Is the fool sick?
Sick in the heart.
Oh, lads, let it blow.
Would that do it any good?
My physic says I.
Wilt thou prick it with thy eye?
No point in mine died,
Now God save thy life.
and yours from long living.
I cannot stay for Thanksgiving. Sir, I pray you a word. What lady is that same?
Rosalind by good half. The dear of Alison, Catherine her name.
A gallant lady was sure fairly well.
I beseech you a word. What is she in the white? A woman sometimes, and you saw her in the light.
Perchance light and light. I desire her name.
Oh, she hath but one for herself, and to desire that were a shame.
Pray you, sir, whose daughter?
Her mother's, I have heard.
Your ear.
Good sir, be not offended. She is an heir of Falconbridge.
Nay, my color is ended. She is a most sweet lady.
Not unlike, sir, that may be.
What is her name in the cap?
Rosalind by the half.
Is she wedded or no?
To her will, sir, or so.
You are welcome, sir.
Farewell to me and welcome to you.
That last one, for room, the merry madcap lord. Not a word with him, but a jest.
And every jest but a
It
word.
was well done of you to take him at his word.
I was as willing to grapple as he was to board.
Two hot sheep married.
And wherefore not ships? No sheep, sweet lamb, unless we feed on your lips.
You sheep and I pasture, shall that finish the jest?
So you grant pasture for me?
No, gentle feet. My lips are no common, though several they be.
Belonging to whom?
To my fortunes and me. Good wits will be jangling, but gentle degree. This civil war of wits were much better used on Navarre and his footmen, for here 'tis abused.
If
In my observations, which very seldom lies, by the heart still redder, disclosed with thine eye, deceive me not, the bar is infected.
With what?
With that which we lovers entitled affected.
Your reason?
Why, all of his behaviors did make their retire to the court of his eye, peeping through his eyes. His heart like an agate with your printed breast, proud of his form and his eye quite expressed. His tongue all impatient to speak and not see, did stumble with haste in his eyesight to read. All senses to that sense did make their repair, to fill only looking on, fairest of fair. Methought, all his senses were locked in his eyes, as jewels in crystal for some prince to buy, who, tendering their own work from where they were glassed, did point you to buy them along should pass. His face so margined did quote such amaze, that all eyes saw in his eyes enchanted with gazes. I'll give you appertain, and all that is his, if you give him, for my sake, but one loving kiss.
Come to our pavilion, buoyant is disposed.
But to speak that in words which his eye hath disclosed, I only have made a mouth of his eye by adding a tongue which I know will not lie.
Thou art an old love-monger, and speakest skillfully.
He is Cupid's grandfather, and learns news of him.
That was me is like her mother, for her father is but grim.
Do you hear my mad wenches?
No,
Then what do you see?
I was begun.
You are too hard for me.
Horrible child, make fashion by sense of hearing.
Come, now.
Take this key. Give enlargement to the swain. Bring him fasteners hither. I must employ him in a letter whom I love.
Master, will you win your love with the French brawl?
How meanest thou? Brawling in French?
No, my complete master. But to jig off a tune that tongues in, canary to it with your feet. Humor it with turning up your eyelids to sigh a note and sing a note, sometimes through the throat, as if you swallowed love with singing love, sometimes through the nose, as if you snuffed up love through smelling love, sometimes with your hands crossed over your thin-bellied doublet like a rabbit on its face, or your hands in your pocket like a man after the old pain, but stay not too long in one note, but snip it away. These are the humors, and these are the compliments to betray nice wenches that would be betrayed without them, and make them men of note. Do you know me? That most are affected to these.
How hast thou purchased this experience?
By my penny of observation.
What so?
The hobby horses forgot.
Callest thou my love a hobby horse?
No, master, the hobby horse is but a colt, and your love perhaps a hackney. But have you forgot your love?
Almost I had.
Negligent student, learn her by heart.
By heart and in heart, boy.
And out of heart, all three will I prove.
What will thou prove?
A man if I live. And this, by in without, upon the instant. By heart you love her, because your heart cannot love by her. In heart you love her, your heart being in love with her. And out of heart you love her, being out of heart, that you cannot enjoy her.
I am all these three.
And 3 times as much more, and yet nothing at all.
Fetch hither the swain. He must carry me a letter.
A message well sympathized, a horse to be ambassador for an ass.
What sayest thou?
Marry, sir, that you must send an ass upon a horse, breathe very slow gait. But I go.
The way is but short, away.
As swift as light.
Thy means pretty ingenious. Is not lead a metal heavy, dull, and slow?
Men to me, honest master, rather master, no.
I say, lead is slow.
I think you were too swift to say so, sir. Where's that lead slow which is fired from a gun?
Sweet smoke of rhetoric. He refutes me a cannon and a bullet that's he, and shoot thee at the swain.
Stop, then I flee.
A most acute juvenile, volatile, and free of grace. By thy favor, sweet welcome, I must die in thy face. Most true melancholy, thou gives thee place. Hark, my herald is returned.
A wonder, master. A good start broken in the shin.
Some enigma circle. Come thy devoir begin.
No enigma, no riddle, no limbois, no solid mail, sir, but a plantain. Oh, sir, a plain plantain. No limbois, no salt, but a plantain.
By virtue thou enforcest laughter. Thy salute doth my spleen. The heaving of my lungs doth provoke to ridiculous smiling. Oh, pardon me, my stars.
big stall for Lambois, and the word Lambois for a stall.
The wife and the mother is not a Lambois stall.
No, Page, it is an epilogue or discourse, to make plain. Some obscure precedent that have before been the same. I will example it. The fox, the ape, and the humble bee were still at odds, being but three.
I will follow the Lambois. Say the moral again.
The fox, the ape, and the humble bee were still at odds, being but three.
Until the goose came out of door and saved the eyes by adding four. Now will I repeat your moral, and do you follow with my Lambois. The fox, the ape, and the humble bee were still at odds, being but three.
Until the goose came out of door, stating the odds by adding four.
A good Lambois, aiming in the goose, what more do you desire?
The boy has sold a bargain. A goose that's flat. Sir, your pennyworth is good, and your goose be fat. To sell a bargain? Well, this has coming as fast as loose. Let me see. A fat Lambois? Aye, that's a fat goose. Come hither, come hither. How does this argument begin?
By saying that a costard was broken in his shin, then asked you for the Lambois.
And I for a plantain. Thus came your argument in. You bargaining for the Lambois, the goose. You had bought, and he entered the market.
But how was there a costard broken in your shin?
I will tell you sensibly.
Thou hast no feeling of it, Ma. I will speak that Lambois. I, co-star, running out that was safely within, fell over the threshold and broke my shin.
There must be no more of this matter.
Till there be more matter in the shin.
Sarah costard, I will in France actually.
Marry me to one, Francis. I smell some goose, some Lambois in this.
By my sweet soul, I mean setting thee at liberty and freedoming that person thou wert immured, restrained, captivated, bound.
True, true. And you will do abrogation and let me loose.
I give thee thy liberty. Set thee from earth, and in lieu thereof impose on me nothing. But this, bear this significant to the countryman, Jacqueletta, there is remuneration. For the best words of my daughter is rewarding my economies, not folly.
Like the sequel, I, Signor, costard, adieu.
My sweet eyes of lion's flesh, my incarnate Jew. Now will I look to this remuneration? Ah, remuneration, the Latin term for 3 penny farthing. What is the price of this inkle? 1 penny? No, I will give you remuneration. Why, it is a fairer name than French crown. Remuneration. It carries it so. I will never buy it till I have this word.
My good name costard, exceedingly well met.
Pray you, sir, how much carnation ribbon may a man buy for a remuneration?
What is remuneration?
Very, sir, a halfpenny farthing.
Why then 3 farthings with the silk?
I thank you, sir. God be with you.
Stay, slave, I must employ thee. As thou wilt win my favor good, my knave, do one thing that I shall entreat.
When would you have it done, sir?
This afternoon.
I'll do it, sir. Fare you well.
Thou knowest not what it is.
I will know what it is when I have done it.
You must know.
I will come to your worship tomorrow morning.
It must be done this afternoon, hard slave. It is but this. The princess comes to hunt her in the park. In her train, there's the gentle lady. When tongue speaks sweetly, then they name her name, and Rosin they call her. To her white fancy, they commend the seal of consul. There's thy guerdon. Go.
Gardon? Most sweet Gardon. Better than remuneration. 11 pence farthing better. I will do it, sir, in print. Gardon, remuneration.
And I, forsooth, in love? I that have been love's friend? A very beetle through a humorous side. A critic, nay, night watch constable. A domineering can enjoy the boy than whom no mortal so magnificent. This wimpled, whining, pure-blind, wayward boy. This Signor Junior, giant dwarf. Dan Cupid, regent of all rhymes, lord of folded arms, the anointed sovereign of all sighs and groans, liege of all voices malcontents, dread prince of plackets, king of cod pieces, sole imperator, and great general of trotting pirates. Oh, my little heart. And I to be corporal of his field, and wear his colors like a tumbler's hoop. What? I love? I sue? I seek a wife? A woman that is like a German clock, still repairing but ever out of break, and never going aright being washed, but being washed at sea may still go right, made to be purged was the worst of all, and among three, to love the worst of all. A whitey once hung with a velvet brow, with 2 pitch balls stuck in her face for her eyes. Aye, and by heaven, one that will do the deed, though Argus were her eunuch and her guard. Well, I will watch for her, pray for her, sigh for her. Go to, it is a plague that Cupid will impose for my neglect. Oh, his almighty dreadful of might. Well, I will love, write, pray, sue, roam. Some must love my lady, and some Joan.
Was that the king that spurred his horse so hard as it was deep uprising of the hill?
I know not, but I think it was not he.
Whoever he was, he showed a mounting knight. Well, today we shall have our dispatch. For Saturday we turn to friends. Then, Portia, my friend, where is the bush that we must stand and play the murderer in?
Hereby, upon yonder thicket, a stand where you may make the fair shoot.
I think, my beauty, I am fair that shoot, and thereupon thou speakest the fairest shoot.
Pardon me, madam, for I meant not so.
What? First praise me and again say no? Oh, short-lived pride, not fair? Alas for woe.
Yes, madam, fair.
Nay, never paint me now, where fair is not, praise not meant to brow. Here, good my glass, take this for telling true. Fair payment for foul words is more than due.
Nothing is fair but that which you inherit.
See, my beauty shall be saved by merit. Oh, heresy fair fit for these days, a giving hand, though foul, shall have fair praise. But comes the bow, now mercy goes to kill, and shooting well is then accounted ill. Thus I will save my credit in the shoot. If we pity would not let me do it. If we then it was only to show my skill, and more praise than purpose meant to kill. And out of the question then sometimes, glory grows guilty of detested crime. For faith's sake, for praise and outward part, we are bent to that, the working of the heart. As for praise alone, I now seek to spill the courtier's blood that my heart means no ill.
Do not cursed wives hold that self-sovereignty, only for praise's sake, when they strive to be lords of their lords.
Only for praise and praise we may afford to any lady that subdues a lord.
Here comes a member of the Commonwealth.
God take you to know. Pray, which is the head lady?
Thou shalt know her, fellow, by the respect that have no head.
Which is the greatest lady? The highest?
The thickest and the tallest.
The thickest and the tallest, it is so. Truth is truth, and in your waist, mistress, for as slender as my waist. And one of these mages' girls, their waist should be so fit. Are you not the chief lady? For you are the thickest here.
What's your will, sir? What's your will?
I have a letter for one, Monsieur Maroon's one lady, Rosalind.
Oh, thy letter. He is a good friend of mine. Stand aside, good fair. Boyette, you can carve. Break up this coupon.
I am bound to serve. This letter is mistook. It imported none here. It is written to Jack Bonetta.
We will read it, I swear. Break the neck of the rat, and everyone give ear.
By heaven, that thou art fair is most infallible. True that thou art beauteous. Truth itself that thou art lovely. More fair than fair, beautiful than beauteous. Truer than truth itself hath commiseration on that heroical battle. The magnanimous and most illustrious king, Beaufort, sent I upon a pernicious and indubitably feathered Xenophon. And it was he that might bridally say, witty, which to anathalize in the vulgar. Oh, base and obscure vulgar. But listen, he came, see, and overcame. He came one, see, two, and overcame three. Who came? The king. Why did he come to see? Why did he see? To overcome. To whom came he? To the beggar. What saw he? The beggar. Who overcame he? The beggar. The conclusion is a victory. On whose side? The king's. The captive is enriched. On whose side? The beggar's. The catastrophe is the nuptials. On whose side? The king's. Oh, no! On both in one, oh, one in both. I am the king, for so stands comparison. Thou art the beggar, for so witness thy lowliness. What shalt thou exchange for rags? Robes, for titles, titles, for thyself, me. Thus expecting thy reply, I profane my lips on thy foot, my eyes on thy picture, and my heart on thy every part. Thine in the dearest design of industry, Don Adriano de Armado. Thus dost thou hear the Neiman lion roar? Gainst thee, thou lamb, that standest as his prey. Submissive fall his princely feet before, and he from forest will incline to play. But if thou strive, poor soul, what dost thou then? Food for his rage, repasture for his den.
What plume of feathers teeth and indicted this letter? What vein, what weathercock? Did you ever hear veteran?
I am much deceived, but I remember the style.
Else your memory is bad going o'er its erewhile.
This Armado's a Spaniard, one that keeps here in the court. A phantasm, a monarch, one that keeps sport for the prince and his bookmates.
Thou fellow, a word. Who gave thee this letter?
I told you, my lord.
To whom shouldst thou give it?
From my lord to my lady.
From which lord to which lady?
From my lord Baroon, who's a good master of mine, to a lady of France that he called Rosalind.
Thou hast mistaken this letter. Come, ladies, away. Here, sweet, put up this. 'Twill be thine another day.
Who is the shooter? Who is the shooter?
Shall I teach you to know?
Ah, my compliment of beauty.
Why, she that bears the bow, finally pushed off.
My lady goes till her home, but if thou marry, hang me by the neck if horns that fear miscarriage finally put on.
Well, then I am the shooter.
And who is your dear?
If we choose by the horns, yourself come not near. Finally put on.
You still rank with her Goyet, and she strikes at the brow.
She herself gets lower. Have I hit her now?
Shall I upon thee with the same? And from Kingston of France with the little boy as touching the hit?
So I may answer thee with one just as bold. Thou wert a woman when Queen Guinevere of Britain was a little wench, as touching the hit.
Thou canst not hit it. Thou canst not hit it, my good man.
And I cannot, and I cannot, another can.
By my troth, most pleasant, how both they fit it.
A marvelous well shot, for they both did hit it.
A mark? Oh, mark, says my lady. Let that mark have a picnic to meet at, if that may be.
Wide on both hands, I'll face your hand. Out.
For you must shoot nearer, or you'll near hit the clouds.
If my hand be out, be like your hand is in.
And you will get the upshoot by cleaving the pin.
Come, you talk greasily. Your lips grow foul.
She's too hard for you at prick, sir. Challenge her to vow.
I fear too much rubbing. Good night, my good owl.
By my soul, a swain, most simple clown. Lord, Lord, how the ladies have put him down. Most sweet jests, most incarnate vocal wit. As it comes so smoothly off, so seemly as it were so thin. Armado on the one side, a little dainty man, to see him walk before the ladies and bear her fan. To see him kiss his hand, how sweetly he will swear. And the page over to the other side, that handful of wit. Ah, heavens, it is most pathetical knit. Oh, so la.
A very reverend sport, truly, and done with testimony of good conscience. The deer was, as you know, Spangius in blood. Bright as the palm, now hangs like a jewel in the ear of Callio. The sky, the welkin, the heaven. And Aneth falleth like a crab to the face of Terra, the land, the soil, the earth.
Truly, Master Golfers, the epithets are sweetly varied, like a scholar at least. But I assure you, it was but the first day.
Sir Nathaniel, hard credo.
Was not hot, Credo. Was a pricket.
Twice odd simplicity. O thou monster ignorance, how deformed dost thou look?
Sir, he hath never fed the dainties that are read the book. He hath not eat paper, as it were, he hath not drunk tea. His intellect is not replenished. He is only an animal, only sensible in the lower parts. Such grand plants are set before us that we should thankful be, which we, of taste and feeling are, for those things that are by in us more than we. So what are you becoming to be vain in the street, or a fool? So where there are cats, sell learning, seek him in the school. But own then, say I, Being of an old father's mind, many can brook the weather, but love not the wind.
You two are bookmen. Can you tell me what was a month old at Cain's birth that's not 5 weeks old as yet?
Dig to me, good man, Joel. Dig to me, good man, Joel.
What is it?
A pile 2 feet. 2
The moon was a month old when Atom was no more, and wrought not to 5 weeks when he came to 5 score. The illusion holds in the exchange.
It's true indeed the collusion holds in the exchange.
God comfort thy capacity. I said the illusion holds in the exchange.
And I said the pollution holds in the exchange. Besides, it was a pricket that the princess killed.
Sir Nathaniel, will you hear an extemporal epitaph on the death of the deer? And to humor the ignorant, call I the deer the princess killed a pricket.
Purge, the best call for us. Purge it. So it shall teach you how to be sterility.
I will something affect the letter, for it argues facility. The playful princess pierced and pricked a pretty pleasing pricket. Some say so, but 'tis not so, till now made sore with shooting. The dogs did yell, put I to sore, then sorrow falls from thicket. If the cricket sore, or else sorrow, the people fall a hooting. If sore be sore, then L to sore makes 50 sores of sorrow. And of one sore I and 100 make by adding, but one more L.
Coward being cloth, look how he cloths himself with a talent.
Yes, this is the gift I have, a simple, foolish, extravagant spirit, full of forms, figures, shapes, ideas, objects, apprehensions, emotions, revolutions. These are begot in the ventricle of memory, nourished in the womb of pia matter, and delivered upon the mellowing of occasion. But this gift is good in those whom only it is acute, and I am thankful for it.
I praise the Lord for you, sir. And so may my parishioners, for their sons are well tutored by you, and their daughters profit greatly under you. You are a good member of the Commonwealth.
Miracle. If their sons be ingenious, they will want no instruction. If their daughters be capable, I will put it to them. But Versopus que pater luctar. A so feminine salute us.
God give you good morrow, Master Person.
Master Parson, here's one, and if one be pierced, which is the one?
Hurry, master. Be as likely as to a hogshead.
Of piercing a hogshead? A good lustre of conceit nature prefer. Firing up for flint, hurling up for swine, 'tis pretty, it is well.
Good Master Parson, be so good as read me this letter. It was written by Custard and sent from Don Armado. And beseech you read it.
I will, since you are making a mess of everything. Subumbra ruminant, and so forth. Old Montan, may I speak of thee as a traveler doth Venice? Venita, venita, he who sees thee not, praises thee not. Old Montan, he who understandeth thee not, loves thee not. Ud re sola mi fa. Under pardon, sir, what are the contents? Or rather, as far as the... What? Verses?
Aye, sir, and very learned.
Let me hear a stanza, a verse. Legume.
If love make me forsworn, how shall I swear to love? Ah, never faith could hold, if not to beauty vowed. To myself forsworn, to thee all faithful prove. These thoughts to me were oaks, to thee like oysters bowed. Study his bias leaves, and make his book thine eyes, where all those pleasures live that art would comprehend. If knowledge be the mark, then knowing thee shall suffice. All well-learned tongue that well thee can commend, all ignorant the soul that sees thee without wonder. But to me some praise, that I thy parts admire. Celestial as thou art, O pardon of the strong, that sings heaven's praise with such an earthly tongue.
Sir, you find out the apostrophe doesn't so miss the accents. Let me supervise the accent. Here are only numbers ratified, but for the elegancy, facility, and rolling cadence of poesy. Jere, ovidius naso, and why so naso, but to smell out the flowers of fancy, the jerks of invention, immeriti is nothing. So doth the hound his keeper, the ape his trainer, the tired horse his rider, and so, damsel a virgin, was this directed to you. most beauteous lady, Rosalind. Oh. I will look again to the letter, to the nominations of the persons written unto. To her ladyship, in most desired employment, Baroon. Sir Nathaniel, this Baroon is one of the king's votaries, and here he hath framed the letter in sequence, which, by accident, or by way of progression, hath recited. Chivango, my sweet, take this letter to the royal hand of the king. It may please him much. Stay not thy compliment, I forgive thy due. Adieu.
Good co-star, go with me. Sir, God save your life.
Have with thee, my girl.
Sir, you have done this in the fear of God, very religiously. And as a certain father saith,
Oh, Sir Nathaniel, do not speak of the fathers. For colorable colors I do fear. But return to those verses, if they please you.
marvelous, well for the pen.
Tonight I do dine at the father's of a certain pupil of mine, where it will please you much to gratify the table with a presence. I will with the fathers of the foresaid child or pupil, where I will prove those verses to be neither savoring of wit, poetry, nor invention. I beseech your society.
And thank you too. For society saith the text, the happiness of life.
Certes, the text most invaluably concludes it. Sir, I do invite you too. You will not say me nay. Hoc verba, away, the gentles will say our sports, and we will to our recreation.
The king, he is hunting the deer. I am cursing myself. They have pitched the toil. I am toiling in a pitch. Pitch that defiles, defile. Foul word. Well, sit thee down, sorrow. For so they say, said the fool. So say I. And I the fool. By the Lord, this love is as mad as Ajax. It kills sheep. It kills me as sheep. Well proved again on my side. I will not love, by faith, I will not. If I do, hang me. Oh, but her eyes. By this light, before this light, I would not love her. Well, I do nothing but lie in my throat. By heaven, I do love. And that has taught me to rhyme, and to be melancholy. And here is part of my rhyme, and here my melancholy. She hath one of my sonnets already. The clown board, the fool sent it, the lady hath it. Sweet clown, sweeter fool, sweetest lady. By the world, I would not care a pin if the other three were in. Here comes one now with papers. God give him great throne. I mean, shot by heaven, proceed, sweet Cupid. Thou hast thumped him with thy bird bolt under the left path.
So sweet a kiss the golden sun gives not to the fresh morning drops upon the rose, as thy eye beams when their fresh rays of smoke deny the dew that on my cheeks down flows. Nor shines the silver moon one half so bright through the transparent bosom of the deep, as thy face through tears of mine give light. No drop, but as a coach doth carry thee, so ridest thou triumphant in my woe. But do behold the tears that swell in me, and they thy glory through my grief will show. Do not love thyself, then thou wilt keep my tears for glasses, and still make me weep. O queen of queens, how far dost thou excel? No thought can think, nor tongue of mortal tell. How shall she know my griefs? I'll drop the paper. Sweet leaves, shape only. Who is he comes here? What long a visit, and greedy. Listen here.
Now in thy likeness, one more fool appear.
I mean,
Why, he comes in like a perjure, wearing papers.
forsworn.
In love I hope, sweet fellowship and shame.
One drunkard loves another of the name.
Am I the first that has been perjured so?
I could put thee in comfort, not by two that I know. Thou makest the triumphary, the corner cap of society, the shape of a tyrant, that hangs up simplicity.
I fear these stubborn lines lack power to move. Oh, sweet Maria, empress of my love. These numbers will I turn right into prose.
Oh, rhymes are guards on wanton's Cupid hose. Disfigure not his shosh.
This same shall go. Did not the heavenly rhetoric of thine eye, against whom the world cannot hold argument, persuade my heart to this false perjury? Vows for thee broke, to submit not to punishment, O woman. I forswore, but I will prove, thou being a goddess, I forswore not thee. My vow is earthly, thou a heavenly love. Grace being gained, here's all this grace in me. Vows are but breath, and breath a vapor is. And thou, fair sun, which on my earth dost shine, exalts this vapor vow in thee it is. If broken, then it is no fault of mine if I be broke. For a fool is not so wise to lose an oath to win of paradise.
This is the liver vein, which makes flesh a deity, a green goose a goddess, pure idolatry, God of men that's God of men, who we are much out the way.
By whom shall I send this? Company, stay!
All hid, an old infant play. Like a demigod here sit I in the sky, who I wretched fool secrets had full your eye. More woodsacks to the mill, oh heavens, I have my wish, to maid transform, or woodcocks in a dish.
Oh, most divine Kate.
Oh, most profane coxcomb. By heaven, the wonder in her mortal eye. By earth, she's not corporal. There you lie.
Ever her hairs, what thou hast ever quoted.
An amber-colored raven was well noted. And as the cedar, all stoop, I say, her shoulders with child.
As fair as day.
Aye, some days, but then no sun must shine.
Oh, that I had my wish.
And I had mine.
Mine, good Lord.
Amen. So I had mine. It's not that a good word.
I would forget her, but a fever she reigns in my blood and remembers thee.
A fever in your blood? Why, then incisions ought to let her out from softer, sweet Miss Bridget.
Once more I shall read the oath that I have writ.
Once more I shall mark how love is very wit.
On a day, alack the day, love whose month is ever made, spied a blossom passing fair, playing in the wanton air. Through the velvet leaves the wine, all unseen can passage find, that the lovers sink to death, Christian self thy heaven's breath. Ere, quoth he, thy cheeks may glow, ere would I might try it so. But to lack my hand is sworn, never to pluck thee from thy throne. Vow lack for youth unmeet, youth so apt to pluck is sweet. Do not call it sin in me, for I am forsworn for thee. Thou for whom Jove would swear Juno but and Ethiop were, and deny myself for Jove, turning fortune for thy love. This will I send in something else more plain, to express my true love in fasting pain. Oh, would the king Varuna long of it were lovers too, ill and several ill. From my forehead write a perjured note, where all alike, where none men can note.
Jermaine! Thy love is far from charity, than the love in retirement. You may know, I should blush, I know to be over and take nothing so.
Come, sir, you blush. As it is, your case is such. You tried him, then you twice as blush. Do you not know Maria Lavanda? Did never sonic over sacred pile, nor never lay his green arms athwart his loving bosom to keep down his heart? I stood closely shrouded in this bush, and marked you both, for you both did blush. I heard your rhymes, observed your fashion, saw sights reek from you, noted well your passion. Ay me, says one, oh Jove, the other cries. Would for paradise break faith and troth, and Jove for your love would infringe an oath? What will Varun say when this he shall hear? Faith infringed, with such zeal did swear? For all the wealth that ever did I see, I would not have him know so much by me.
Now step by forth to wit hypocrisy. My liege, I pray thee pardon me. Good heart, what grace hast thou thus to reprove these wounds for loving? That art most in love. Your eyes do make no certain coaches in their tears. There is no certain princess that appears. You'll not be ashamed, 'tis a hateful thing. Touch none but minstrels like a sonatine. But are you not ashamed? Nay, are you not? All three of you, to be thus much your shot? You found his moth, and the king, your moth at sea. But I, Avim, you find in each of three. Oh, what a scene of foolery have I seen! Of sighs, of groans, of sorrow, and of teen. Oh, me, with what strict patience have I sat to see a king transformed into a gnat, to see great Hercules whipping a gig, or profound Solomon to tune a jig, or Nestor play pushpin with the boys, or critic Timon to laugh at idle boys. Where lies thy grief, oh tell me, good Jermaine? And Jim de long ago, where lies thy pain? And where, my liege, all about thy breast, a coddle, oh.
Too bitter is thy jest. Are we thus betrayed to thine overview?
Not you by me, but I betrayed by you. I that am honest, I that hold it sin to break a vow that I am engaged in. I betrayed by keeping company with men like thee, men of inconsistency. For when shall you hear that I shall write a thing in rhyme, or groan for Joan, or spend a minute in time in pruning me? When shall you hear that I shall praise a face, a foot, an eye, a leg, a limb, a gait, a state, a brow?
Soft! Wither away so fast? The true men are deep that gallop so.
I boast from love, good lover. Let me go.
God bless the king.
What present hast thou here?
Some certain treason.
What makes treason here?
Nay, it makes nothing, sir.
If it mar nothing neither, then the treason and you go in peace away together.
I beseech your grace, let this letter be read. Our person misdoubts it. 'Twas treason, he said.
Maroon, read it over. Where hast thou it?
Of Costard.
Where hast thou it?
Of...
Joy, my liege, your grace needs not fear it. It's a new compassion, and therefore let's hear it. Look, here is his writing, and here is his name. You were born to do me shame. Guilty, my liege, guilty. I confess.
What?
That you three fools lack me fools to make up the mess? He, and you, my liege, are pig persons in love, and deserve to die. Dismiss this audience, now tell you more. Now the number is even. True, we are four. These turtles not be gone.
And sirs, away.
Walk aside, the true folk, and let the traitors stay.
Sweet lords, sweet lovers, oh let us embrace. As true we are, as flesh and blood can be. The sea will ebb and flow, heaven show his face. Young blood does not obey an old decree. We cannot cross the cause where we were born. Therefore, of all hands must we be forsworn.
What, did these red lines show some love of thine?
Do they quote you? Who sees this heavenly Rosalind? And like a rude and savage man at the first opening of the east, bows anonymous vassal head struck and blind, kisses baser ground with obedient breast. What preemptory eagle-blinded eye dares look upon the heaven of her brow that is not blinded by her?
What zeal, what fury has inspired thee now? My love, her mistress, it's a gracious moon. She is an attending star, scarce seen the light.
My eyes then are no eyes, nor I maroon. But for my lady, the day would turn to night. Of all complexions, cold sovereignty, me is that fair, in her fair cheek, where nothing wants that want itself doth not seek. Lend me the flourish of all fresh tongues. Fine painted rhetoric, she needs it not. Two things for sale, seller's praise belongs. She surpasses praise, therefore praise too short doth fly. A withered hermit 5 winters worn, might shake off 50 looking in her eye. Beauty doth varnish age as if newborn, and gives the crutch the cradle's infancy. Oh, 'tis the sun that maketh all things shine.
By heaven, thy love is black as ebony.
Is ebony like her? Oh, word divine. A wife of such word were felicity. Who can give a note? Where's a book that I may swear beauty doth beauty lack? That she learn not of her face to look. No face is full that is not full, so black.
Oh, paradox. Black is the badge of hell, the hue of dungeons, the school of night. And so the beauty's crest becomes the heaven's well.
Devil soon is tempt resembling spirits of light. And therefore, if in black my lady's brows be decked, she mourns the painting used to bring hair. She ravishes doiters with false aspects. And therefore, she is born to make black fair. Her favor changes the fashions of the day. And red, that would avoid this praise, paints the black to imitate her brow.
To look like her, our chimney sweeper's black.
And Spencer Timer Collier's counting bright.
And Ethiops of their sweet complexion correct.
Dark needs no candle now, for dark is light.
Your mistresses dare never step into the rain for fear their colors should be washed away.
Word good yours did, for certain tell you plain, I'll find a fairer face, not washed today.
I'll prove her fair, speak till doomsday here.
No devil will fret he hence so much as she.
I never hear a man hold violet stuff so dear.
Look here's thy love, my foot in her face see. If the streets were paved with thine eyes, her feet are much too dainty for such
Oh,
tread.
vile then if she goes upper slide, the street can see she walked overhead.
What else? Are we not all in love?
Nothing so sure, and thereby all forsworn.
Then believe this chest. Now Baruch, prove our loving lawful and our faith not torn.
I some merry flattery for this evil.
Oh, some authority have to proceed, some trick, some bullets, how to cheat the devil.
Some call for perjury.
Oh, 'tis more than he. Have at you then, affection fitted on. We have made a vow to study, lords, and in that vow we have forsworn our books. For when would you, my liege, or you, and led in contemplations, have found such fiery numbers as the prompting eyes of beauty's tutors have enriched you with? Other slow arts entirely keep the grain, therefore finding fair in practitioners who scarce show a harvest of their heavy toil. But love, first learned in a lady's eyes, lives not alone of you in the brain, but of all the motions, of all the elements, courses as swift as in every power, and gives to every power a double power, above their functions and their offices. Never durst a poet touch a pen to write, and to feel his ink is tempered with love's eyes. Oh, then his lines would move ravished savage ears, and planting tyrants mild humility. From women this doctrine I derive. They still shine the right from weekly fire. They are the books, the arts, the academies, that show, contain, and nourish all the world, else none of aught proves excellence. Fools you were, these women to forswear, or by keeping what is sworn, fools you will prove. For wisdom's sake, a word that men all love, or for love's sake, a word that love all men, or for men's sake, the authors of these women, or for women's sake, by whom we men are men. It is religion to be thus forsworn, and who can sever love from religion? Charity itself fulfills the law.
St. Cupid then, and soldiers to the field.
Advance upon them, pell-mell down on them, but be first divided in conflict to get the son of them.
Now to play dealing. Lay these goals by. Shall we resolve to woo these girls of
And
France?
win them too. Therefore, let us devise some entertainment for them in their tents.
Let us first conduct them to the park thither, then homeward. Every man has the hand of his white-handed mistress. This afternoon we will some strange pastime solace them, as the shortest of time can shape. For revels mass, dances merry hour, for run her love, strewing her with flowers.
Away, away, no time shall be omitted, and that will be time, and may us be bidden.
Along, so couples reap no corn, and justice always whirls in equal measure. These wenches will prove plagues to men forsworn. If so, our copper buys no better treasure.
I praise God for you, sir. Your reasons at dinner have been sharp and substantive. Pleasant without squeals, witty without wretched, audacious without agility, learned without opinion, and strange without heresy. I did converse this one day. The packet of the keys, entitled, nominated, or called Don on ground they are mine.
Oh, I know the man well. His humor is lofty, his discourse preemptory, his tongue filed, his eyes ambitious, his gait majestical. His gentle his vain, thoracical, and ridiculous. He is too spruce, too fit, too affected, too odd, too outlandish, as I may call it.
A very singular interest in
He draws a thread of verbosity, finer than the staple of his argument. I have abhorred such fanatical phantasms, such quick device and insociable ravers of orthography. To speak don't, fine when he should pronounce doubt, yet when he should speak debt, D-E-B-T, not D-E-T, he cleverly make half cost, half hop, neighbor, neighbor, nay, abbreviated N-E. This is abominable, which he would call abominable. It insinuated in me of insane, nay, in clientes lume, to make frantic lunatic.
Lasteo bon intelligo.
Bone for Benet, precision into the scratch. Well, sir.
That's clean and eat.
Good deal, Blanco.
Shira, not Sarah. Man of peace, well encountered.
Most military, sir.
Salutations.
They've been great for reading the languages and stolen the scraps.
Oh, they have been long on the alms basket of words. I marvel thy master hath not eaten me for a word. For thou art not so long as the head, as honor for the village tutor attend this. Thou art easier swallowed than a flat dragon.
Peace, the kill begins.
Monsieur, are you not flattered?
Yes, he teaches boys the horn, but what is A-B spelled backwards with a horn added, hey?
Bob Purita with the horn added.
Bob most Philly sheep with the horn. You hear his learning?
Thou consonant,
The last of the 5 vowels if you were to them, or the 5th of I.
I will repeat them. A, E, I.
The sheep. The 2 concludes it. Oh, you.
No, but I'm still playing the melody. A sweet touch, a quick bending of wings. Snip, snap, quick and home, it rejoices my intellect. Through wings.
Taught from a child to an old man, which is widow.
What is the figure? What is the figure?
Horn!
Thou disputes like an infant. Go with thy gig.
Lend me your horn to make one, and I shall whip about your infamy. Uno sit a gig on a cuckold's horn.
And I had but 1 penny in the world, that thou shouldst use to buy gingerbread. Behold, the very remuneration of thy master. Now, half-penny pursuit, thou pigeon egg of discretion. Oh, the heavens were pleased that thou wert but my bastard. What a joyous father wouldst thou make me. Go to thou, hasten at dunghill, at the finger's ends, as they say.
Oh, I smell false Latin. Dunghill or ungam.
Arson, preeminently, we will be single thrown as fodder for us. Do you not educate you at the charge house on top of the mountain?
Or Mons, the hill.
At your sweet pleasure, or the mountain?
I do, some question.
Sir, it is the king's both sweet pleasure and affection to congratulate the princess in the posteriors of this day, which the rude most do call the afternoon.
The posterior of the day, sir, is liable, congruent, and measurable for the afternoon. The word is well cooled, sweet, and apt. I do assure you, sir, I do assure.
Sir, the king is a noble gentleman, and my familiar, I do assure you. Very good friend. For what is in war between us, let it pass. I do beseech thee, remember thy purpose. I beseech thee, Harold, thy head, and among other important and more serious designs, and of great important need too. For I must tell thee, it will please his grace to bind the world, sometimes to lean upon my poor shoulder, and with his royal finger, thus dally with my excrement, with my mustache. But let that pass, for the very all of all is. But sweetheart, I don't implore secrecy, but thy king would have me, versus the princess, sweet Jack, with some delightful ostentation, or a show, or a pageant, or antic, or a firework. Now, understanding that the curate and your sweet self are good at such eruptions and sudden breaking out of mirth, as it were, I have acquainted you with all to the end to grade your assistance.
Yes, sir. You shall present the 9 words. Sir Nathaniel, as concerning some entertainment for the posterior of the day, rendered by our assistance by the king's command, to illustrate learned gentlemen before the princess, I do say none so fit as to present the 9 words.
Sir, where are you going to find men worthy enough to present them?
Joshua, yourself. Myself and this gallant gentleman, Judas Maccabeus. And this swain, because of his great limb or joint, shall pass as Pompey the Great. The page, Hercules.
Error. He is not coarsely enough for the worthy stump. He is now so big as the end of his club.
Shall I have an audience? He will present Hercules in my noise. His enter and exit shall be strangling a snake.
An excellent device, so if any of the audience history may cry, well done, Hercules, now thou crushest the snake. That is the way to make them things gracious, though few have ears to do it.
For the rest of the worthies,
Obviously, I will play 3 myself.
shall I tell you a thing?
We attend.
We will have, if this fetch none, an empty. I beseech you, follow.
Be a good man, though. Thou hast not spoken all this while.
Nor understood none either, sir.
Hello, we will employ thee.
I will make one in a dance, or so, or I will put on the tabor, and then the worthies dance the hay.
To our sports, away.
Sweethearts, we shall be rich ere we depart. There's veterans come thus plentifully in. A lady who balls about Poseidon. Look you what I have from the loving king. You haven't paid nothing else along with that? Nothing's of this. Yes, as much love and rhyme as would be crammed up in one sheet of paper. Print out both sides of the leaf. Margins and top, that he was famed still on Cupid's name.
That was the way to make his godhead wax, for he has been 5,000 years a boy.
Aye, and a shrewd unhappy gallows too.
He'll never be friends with him. He killed your sister.
He made her melancholy, sad, and heavy, and so she died. Had she been like you, of such a merry, stirring spirit, she might have been a grandam ere she died. And so may you, for a light heart live long.
What's your dark meaning now for this light word?
A dark condition and a beauty. Light.
We need more light to find your meaning out.
You mar the light by taking it in snuff. Therefore, I'll darkly in the argument.
Look what you do. You do it still in the dark.
So do not you, for you are a light wench.
Indeed, I weigh not you, and therefore light.
All that you care not for me.
Great reason for past care is still past cure.
Well, Randy Slope, a set of wits well played. For Rosalind, thou hast a favor too. Who sent it, and what is it?
I would you knew, and if my face were but as fair as yours, my favor were as great. But witness this. Nay, I have verses too. I think for room. The number is true, and were the numbering too. I were the fairest goddess on the ground. I am compared to 20,000 bears. Oh, he hath drawn my picture in his letter.
Anything like?
Much of the letters, nothing in the phrase.
Beauteous is a good conclusion, and fair the text be in a copybook.
Where pencil toe, let me not die my there. My regiment, my golden letter, oh, that your face were not so full of those.
A pox of that jest, and I be shrew all shrows. The Catherine, what was sent to you from there you made? Madam, this glove, did he not send you twain? Yes, madam, and moreover, some 1,000 verses of a faithful lover. A huge translation of hypocrisy, finely compiled, profound simplicity. This, and these pearls to me sent long enough. And the letter is too long by half a mile. I think no less. Dost thou not wish in heart the chain were longer and the letter short? Aye, or I would these hands might never part. We are wise girls too much guard lovers so.
There are worse fools to purchase mocking so. That same murder and all torture ere I go. Oh, that I knew he were in but by the week. How I would make him fawn and beg and speak, and wait the season and observe the time, and spend his prodigal wit in bootless rhymes, and shape his service wholly to my test. Makes me proud that makes him proud the jest. So parent hunt life, but I o'erstate the state, that he should be my fool, and I his fate.
None are so surely caught when they are catched as the wit turns fool. Thine wisdom hatch has wisdom's warrant and the help of school. With wit's own grace, to grace a learned fool.
The blood of youth burns not with such excess as gravity's revolt to wantonness.
Folly and filter not a strong note, has fuller in the wise the wit does dote. For all the power it does apply to prove by wit, worth of simplicity. Here comes Boyette, and mirth is in his face.
Oh, I am stabbed with laughter. Where's the grace?
Thy news, Boyette.
Prepare it and prepare. Arm what is arm. Encounters not that are against your peace. Love doth approach. Disguise. Armed in argument. You'll be surprised. Must your wit stand in your own defense, or hide your heads like cowards and fly hence?
Thank goodness to St. Cupid. Who are they that charge their breath against us? Say, scout, say.
Under the cool shade of a sycamore, I thought to close mine eyes for some half an hour, when lo, to interrupt my purpose rest, toward the shade behold I might address the king and his companions. Well, I strolled into the neighboring thicket by, and overheard what you shall overhear, that by and by, disguised, they will be here. There is a pretty knavish page, that well by heart hath done this embassage.
Action and accent they teach him there. Both must thou speak as doth thy faulty bear. And ever and anon they made a doubt. Present and majestical would put him out. For, quoth the king, an angel shalt thou see, yet fear not thou, but speak audaciously. And the boy replied, an angel is not evil. I should have feared her had she been a devil. With that they all laughed and clapped him on the shoulder, making their bold way to buy their praises bolder. One rubbed his elbow thus and bleed and swore, a better speech was never spoke before. Another, with his finger and his thumb, cried, Via, we will do it, come what will come. The third capered and cried, all goes well. The fourth, turned on one toe and down he fell. With such a zealous laughter so profound, that in the spleen ridiculous appears to check their passion solemn tears.
But what? Come they to visit us?
Oh, they do, and are apparelled thus, like Muscovites or Russians, as I guess. Their purpose is to party to court and dance, and every one at his love feast will advance unto his several mistresses which they'll know, by favor several they did bestow.
And will they so? The gallant shall be tasked, for ladies we shall each one be masked. For not a man of them shall have the grace, despite of suit, to see a lady's face. Hold, Rosalind, this favor thou shalt wear, and then the king will court thee for his dear. Hold, take thou this, my sweet, and give me thine, for then for Bruno will court me for Rosaline. And change you favors too, so shall your loves, who contrary, be deceived by these removed. Come then, wear the favors most inside. But in this changing, what is your intent? The effect of my intent is to cross theirs. They do it but in mockery merriment, and mock for mock is only my intent. And out of their several counsel they in bosom shall to blossom mistook and so be mocked withal, until the next occasion that we meet, like visages displayed to talk and fruit. But shall we dance if they desire us to? No, to the death we shall not move a foot, nor to their pen speech render we no grace. But while 'tis both, each turn away her face.
Why, that contempt will kill the speaker's heart, and quiet the voices mended from his part.
Therefore I do it, and I make no doubt, the rest shall ne'er be in if they be out. There is no such sport as sport by sport, or thrown, to make theirs ours and ours, none but our own. So shall we say, mocking intended game, while they, well mocked, depart away for shame.
Be masked, the maskers come.
All hail, the richest beauties on earth.
Beauty's no richer than rich tact.
A holy parcel and the fairest dames, to ever turn their backs to mortal air.
Their eyes, Phyllis, their eyes.
To ever turn their eyes to mortal view. Out.
True, out indeed.
Out of your favors, heavenly spirit, vouchsafe not to behold.
Once to behold brogue.
Once to behold, with your sunbeamed eyes, with your sunbeamed eyes.
They will not answer to that epithet. You had best call it Dr. Beamed Eyes.
They do mark me, and that brings me out.
Is this your perfectness? Be gone, you rogue.
What would these strangers know their minds with? If they do speak our language, it is our will that some plain man recount their purpose. Know what they would.
What would you with the princess?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
What would they say, they?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
Why, that they have, and if it's so, be gone.
She says you have it, and you may be gone.
Say to her that we have measured many miles to trade a measure with you on this grass.
They say they have measured many miles to try to measure with you here on this grass.
It is not so. Ask them how many inches is in 1 mile, and if they have measured many, the measure that is 1 is easily told.
If to come hither you have measured miles, and many miles the princess bids you tell, how many inches doth fill up 1 mile?
Tell her we measure them by where we step.
She hears herself.
How many weary steps of many weary miles have you gone, and are measured in the measure of 1 mile?
We number nothing we spend for you. Our duty is so rich, so infinite, that we may do it still without account. Vouchsafe to show the beauty of your eyes, that we like savages may worship it.
My face is but a moon, and clouded too.
Blessed are the clouds to do as such clouds do. Vouchsafe, bright moon, and these thy stars to shine, our clouds removed upon our watery eye.
Oh, vain petitioner, beg a greater matter. Then I request let moon shine in the water.
Then in our measure do but vouchsafe one change. Thou bidst me beg, this begging is not strange.
Play music then, nay, you must do it soon. Not yet. No dance, thus change I like the moon.
You do not dance? How come you thus estrange?
You took the moon at full, but now she's changed.
But still she is the moon, and I the man. Still music plays, vouchsafe some motion.
Our ears vouchsafe it.
But your legs you put.
That you are strangers and come here by chance. Will not be nice. Take hands, we will not dance.
Why take free hands then?
Only to part friends. Curtsy, sweetheart, and so the measure ends.
One measure of this measure, be not nice?
We can afford no more. Right?
Rise to yourselves, but by your company.
Your outlook only.
That can never be.
And so we cannot be one. God do. Twice your riser and half you.
If you deny that, let's hold our chat.
In private then.
Let's please with that. White-handed mistress, one sweet word with thee.
Honey, milk, and sugar, very free.
Say, soup rings as if you grow so nice. Meat quotes in Baldbury. Well run, knight, there's not half a dozen to eat.
So the sweet object that you can carve, I'll play no more with you.
One word in secret.
Let it not be sweet.
Thou grievous my God.
Gall, bitter.
Therefore meat. Will you not think we do change of words? Fair lady.
Say yourself, fair lord. Take that for your fair lady.
Believe it to you as much as the right hand of the Lord.
Oh, no, the reason, lady, why you ask.
Oh, for your reasons. Quickly, sir, I long.
You have a double tongue within your mouth. Can one afford my speeches to the heart?
Veal, quoth the Dutchman, is veal not a calf?
A calf, fair lady?
A fair lord calf.
Let's mark the bird.
No, I'll not be your half. Take all and mean it. It may prove an odd.
Where you got yourself in these sharp box. When you get horns chased, lady, do not so.
Then I a calf before your horse did grow.
One moment my wound with you ere I die.
Sleep softly then, the butcher hears you cry.
The tongues of mocking wenches are as is the razor's edge invisible, cutting a smaller head than may be seen. Above the sense of sense, so sensitive. Seemeth their confidence, their conceits have wings. Bleachers and arrows, bullets win. Thought swift as things.
Not one word more, my babes. Break off, break off.
By heaven, I'll drive in with pure scoff. Farewell, my wenches. You have simple wit.
Aren't these the breed of wit, well wonder now?
Tapers they are, with your sweet breast, but that.
Oh, well-liking wits they have, gross, gross, fat, fat. Oh, poverty's wit, kingly poor flout. Won't they, think you, hang themselves tonight, or ever in visage show their faces? This pert baroon was out of countenance quite. They were all lamentable cases. The king was weeping right for a good word, and baroon did swear himself out of all suit.
To name was my servant and his sword. No point, quoth I, my servant straight was used.
And long ago said I came o'er his heart, and show you what he called me, qualm perhaps? Yes, in good faith, go in sickness as thou art. Oh, well better wit than warm flame statue cast. But will you hear? The king is my love sworn, and quick baroon has plighted faith to me, and long ago was for my service born.
Humane is mine, as sure as bark on a tree.
And pretty mistresses, give ear. Immediately they will again be here, in their own shape. For it can never be. They will digest this harsh indignity.
Will they return?
They will, God knows. And leap for joy, though they are lame to float.
Therefore, exchange favors, and when they repair, blow like sweet roses in this summer's air.
How blow, speak to be understood.
Fair ladies' masks are still roses in their heart. This mask, their demands sweet commixture show, are angels fell in clouds, or roses blow.
Avaunt perplexity! What shall we do if they return in their own shapes to woo? Madam, if by me you'll be advised, let's mock them still, as well known as the skies. Let us complain to them what fools were here, disguised like Muscovite and shapeless deer, and wonder what they were and to what end. Their shallow shows and robust vilely penned, and their rough carriage so ridiculous should be presented at our tent to us.
Ladies, withdraw, the gallants are at hand.
Whip to our tent as rose runs o'er land.
Fair sir, God save you. Where's the princess?
Gone to her tent, pleasing your majesty, command me any service to first enter.
That she vouchsafe me audience, for one word.
I will, and so will she. I know, my lord.
This fellow pecks up wit as pigeons peas, and utters it again when God doth please. He is wit peddler, and retails his wares at wakes and wassels, meetings, markets, fairs. And we that sell by gross, the Lord doth know, have not enough grace to grace wits such show. This gallant pins the wenches on his sleeve. Had he been Adam, he had tempted Eve. He can carve too, and lit. Why, this is he that kissed his hand away in courtesy. This is the acorn, monsieur the knees, that when he chides the dice, plays in honorable terms. Nay, he can sing, I mean, most meanly, and ushering mend him who can. And consciences that will not die in debt, pay him the dues to honey-tongued boy yet.
A blister on his sweet tongue, my heart, that put Armado's page out of his part.
See where it comes, behavior. What wert thou till this, madam, showed thee? And what art thou now?
All hail, sweet madam, and fair time of day.
Fair and all hail is foul, as I conceive.
Construe my speeches better, if you may.
Then wish me better, I will give you leave.
Madam, we have come to visit you, and now propose to lead you to our court. Vouchsafe it then?
This field shall hold me, so hold your vow. Nor God nor I to last and perjured men.
Rebuke me not for that which you provoke. The virtue of your eye must break my oath.
You nickname virtue. Vice you should have spoke. For virtue's office never breaks men's troth. And now by my maiden honor, yet as pure as the unsullied lily, I protest. A world of torment, though I may endure, I would not yield to be your house guest. As much I hate of breaking cause to me, of heavenly oath, vowed with integrity.
Madam, you have lived in desolation here, unseen, unvisited, much to our shame.
Not so, my lord, it is not so, I swear. We have had pastime and pleasant games. A mess of Russians left us but of late.
How, madam? Russians?
Aye, in truth, my lord, trim gallants full of courtship and of state.
Madam, speak true. It is not so, my lord. My ladies, the manner of the days, in courtesy gives undeserving praise. We four, indeed, were contented with four. In Russian habits, here they stayed an hour, and talked and taste, and in that hour, my lord, they did not bless us with one happy word. I dare not call them fools, but this I think, when they are thirsty, fools with faith.
Your jest is dry, gentle sweet. Your wit makes wise things foolish when we meet. With eyes that sing, heaven's fiery eyes. By light we lose light. Your capacity is of that nature, that rich things seem foolish and wise things but poor.
This proves you wise and rich, for in my eye,
I am a fool, full of poverty.
but that you take that which doth to you belong, it were a fault to snatch words from my tongue.
Oh, I am yours, and all that I possess.
All full mine.
I cannot give you less.
Which of the wizards was it that you wore?
Where? When? What wizard? Why deny you this?
There, then, that wizard, that superfluous case that hid the worst and showed the better face.
We were just cried. They'll mock us now downright.
Let us confess and turn it to a jest.
Amazed, my lord? Why looks your highness sad?
Hold his brow till swoon. Why look you pale? Seasick I see coming from Muscovy.
Thus pour the stars down plagues of perjure. Can any face brass hold longer out? Here stand I, lady, dart thy skill at me. Confound me with a flaunt, bruise me with thy scoff. Thrust thy sharp wit quite through my ignorance. And I will wish thee nevermore to dance, or nevermore Russian habit wait. Taplet of phrases, silken terms precise, three-piled hyperboles, spruce affectations, figures pedantical. These summer flies have blown me full of maggots ostentations. I do forswear them, and I here protest by this white glove, how white the hand God knows. Henceforth my wooing mind shall be expressed, in rusted yeas and honest cursey nose. And to begin whence, so God help me law. My love for thee is sound, sans crack or flaw.
Sans, I pray you.
Yet I have a trick of the old rage. Bear with me, I am sick. Right, Lord, have mercy on us. On these three. For they are infected in the heart of eyes. They have caught the plague, caught it of your eyes. These lords are not visited, you are not free. For these lords' tokens do I see on thee.
No, they are free that gave these tokens to us.
Our states are forfeit, seek not to undo us.
It is not so, for how can this be true, that you stand forfeit being those that sue?
Peace, for I will not have to do with you.
Nor shall I if I do as I intend.
Speak for yourselves, my wit is at end.
Teach us, fair madam, for a rude transgression, some fair excuse.
The fairest is confession. Were you not here even now, disguised?
Madam, I was.
And were you well advised?
I was, fair madam.
Then when you were here, what did you whisper in your lady's ear?
With more than all the world I did respect her.
When she shall challenge this, you will reject her.
Upon my honor, no.
Peace, peace, forbear. Your oath once broke, you force not to forswear.
Despise me when I break this oath of mine.
I will, and therefore keep it. Rosalind, what did the Russian whisper in your ear?
Madam, he did swear that he'd hold me dear, as precious eyesight, adding thereto moreover, that he would wed me or else die my lover.
God give thee joy of him, the most noble lord that most honorably upholds his word.
What mean you, madam? By my faith, my troth. I never swore this lady such an oath.
By heaven you did, and to confirm it plain, you gave me this, but take it, sir, again.
My faith and this the princess I did give. I know her by this jewel on her sleeve.
Pardon me, sir, but this jewel did she wear. And Lord Maroon, I think him, is my dear. But what, wilt thou not have me, or thy pearl again?
Neither or either. I remit both twain. I can see the trick on it, knowing the forehead of our merriment to dash it away like a Christmas comedy. The ladies change their favors, and then we, following the signs wooed, but not the sign of she. Now to our perjure we add more terror, and once again we are forsworn in will and error. Much upon this is. But might not you forestall our sport to make us thus untrue? Do not you know my lady's foot by the squire? Laugh in the apple of her eye, stand between her back, sir, and the fire, holding a trencher, jesting merrily, you have put our page out. Go, you are allowed, die if you will, a schmock shall be thy shroud. Leer upon me, do you? That's an eye wounded like a leaded sword. Full merrily hath this managed, this career they run. Lo, he is tilting straight, peace I have done. Welcome, pure wit, thou parts of fair fray.
Oh, Lord, sir, they would know whether the three worthies shall come in or no.
What? Are there but three?
No, sir, but it is verifying, for everyone presents three.
And 3 times thrice is 9.
Not so, sir. Under correction, sir. Hope is not so. You cannot beg us, sir. I can assure you, sir, we know what we know. I hope 3 times thrice, sir.
It's not 9?
Under correction, sir, we know where until it doth amount.
By Jove, I always took 3 threes for 9.
Oh, Lord, sir, it were pity that you would get your living by reckoning.
How much is it?
The parties themselves, the actors, will show where until it doth amount. For mine own part, I am one parfact, one poor man, Pompey the Great.
Aren't thou one of the worthies?
It pleased him to think me worthy of Pompey the Great. For mine own part, I know not the degree of this worthy, but I understand for him.
Oh, great that prepare.
We will turn upon the officer, we will take some care.
Baruch, let them not approach. They will shame us.
We are shame-proof, my lord. And to some policy to prove worse than a king in his company.
I say they shall not come.
Nay, my good lord, let me overrule you now. Thus forfeit pleases that does least know how. Where a bill strives to contend, the contents dies in the bill which it presents. Where form confounded makes most form and words, where great things laboring perish in their birth.
A right description of ours, lord.
Anointed, I implore so much expense of thy royal sweet breath as will utter embrace the words.
Does this man serve God?
Why ask you?
He speaks not like a man of God who's making.
That is all one, my fair sweet honey mark. For I protest, the schoolmaster is exceedingly fantastical. Too vain, too vain. But twinkle could have, as they say, to fortuna de la guerra. I wish a peace of mind, most royal compliments.
Here is to be like a good presence of worthies. He presents Hector of Troy, the swain, Pompey the Great, the parish curate, Alessander, our motto's page, Hercules, the pendant, Judas Maccabeus. And if these four worthies in their first show thrive, these four will change habits and present the other five.
There are 5 in the first show.
You are mistaken, 'tis not so.
The pendant, the braggart, the hedge priest, the fool, and the boy. A bait thrown over. The whole world cannot buy such. Take each in vain.
The ship is under sail, and here it comes the main.
Well settled, mocker. I must need to be friends with thee.
I, Pompey, surname the Big. It is great, sir. I, Pompey, surnamed the Great. That often field with tars and shield did make my foe to sweat. And traveling along this coast, I here am come by chance, and do lay my arms before the legs of this sweet lass of France. If your ladyship would say thanks, Pompey, I had done.
Great thanks, great Pompey.
Tis not so much work. I hope I was perfect. I made a little fault and great.
My hand to a half-penny. Pompey proves best worthy.
When in the world I lived, I was the world's commander. By east, west, north, and south. I spread my conquering might. My scutcheon plainly declares that I am Alexander.
Your nose says no, you are not, but it stands to right. Your nose smells no on this most tender-smelling night.
The conqueror is dismayed. Proceed, good Alexander.
When in the world I lived, I was the world's commander.
Most true. 'Tis right. You are so, Alexander. Pompey the Great.
Your servant and co-star.
Take away the conqueror. Take away Alexander.
You have overthrown Alexander the Conqueror. You'll be scraped out of the painted cloth for this. With the lion holding his poleaxe, sitting on a close stool, will be given to his Ajax. He will be the 9-foot, a conqueror, a fear to speak. Run away for shame, Alexander. Their head shall please you, a foolish, mild man, an honest man. For he's a marvelous good neighbor, faith, and a very good valor. But alas, you see, Alexander is a little o'erparted. But there are worthies a-coming, and they will speak their mind in some other sort.
Stand aside, good Pompey.
Great Hercules shall be presented by this imp, whose club killed Canis, the 3-headed Cerberus. When he was a child, a babe, a shrimp, thus he strangled the serpent with his manner. Ergo, he seemeth in my enormity. I come to apology. King something like this. I, Pompey, I, Judas am. A Judas. Not Iscariot, sir. Judas I am, of Maccabeus. Judas Maccabeus Clift is plain Judas. A kissing traitor, how art thou proved Judas? Judas I am. The more shame for you, Judas. Begin, sir, you are my elder. To make Judas hang himself. Well followed. Judas was hanged on an elder. I will not be put out of my countenance. Because thou hast no face. What is this? A cinctured head. That makes it a ring. The face of an old Roman coin scarce sing. Caesar's belt. The cargo face on a flag. St. George hath cheeked a brooch. Aye, and in a brooch of lead. Aye, and in the cap of the troubadour. And now more, for we have put thee in thy countenances. You have put me out of my countenance. False, we have given thee faces. But outface them all. Aye, if thou art a lion, we would do so. Therefore, here's an ass. Let him go. And so, adieu, sweet Jude. Nay, why dost thou stay? For the latter end is his name. For the ass to the Jude, give it him, Judas, away! This is not gentle, not
Troyan in respect to this.
But is this Hector?
I think Hector was not so clean-tempered.
His leg is too big for Hector's. More caps, certain. No, he is best to do it in the small. This is not he. He is a god or a painter, for he makes faces.
The omnipotent Mars of Francis, the Almighty, gave Hector a gift.
A gilt nutmeg, a lemon, a clove, no cloven.
Peace! The omnipotent Mars of Francis, the Almighty, gave Hector a gift, the heir of Leon, a man so brave, the certain who is fight yea from morn till night, and out of his pavilion. I am the flower.
That mint? I Columbine.
Away they come!
I'd much rather give it the rain before it runs against Hector. Aye, Hector is a greyhound.
The sweet foreman is dead and rotten. Sweet Jackson. He has a bone in the buried. When he breathed, he was a man. I will forward with my device. Sweet world, restore me the sense of hearing.
Speak, brave Hector. We are much delighted.
I do adore thy sweet graces, Smith.
Loves her by the foot, he may not by the yard.
This Hector first remarks Hannibal. This party is gone.
Fellow Hector, she is gone. She's 2 months on her way.
What meanest thou?
Fate, unless you, honest Troyan, the wench is cast away. She's quick, the child brags in her belly. 'Tis yours.
Does thou infamous me on potentate? Thou shalt die!
Then thou shalt be whipped for Jaconetta, who is quick by you, and hanged for Pompey, that is dead by you.
Most rare Pompey!
Renowned
Pompey!
Greater than great, great Pompey the huge!
Hector tremble!
Pompey's move, more eight, stir them on, stir them on!
Hector will challenge him.
Aye, if he have no more blood than will sup a man's spleen. I do challenge thee.
I will not fight with the fall like a northern man. I'll slash. I betray you. Let me borrow my arms again.
Root-worthy, incense-worthy.
I'll do it in my shirt.
Most resolute Pompey.
Let me take you there, black little lord. Do you not see Pompey and hasten to the battle? What mean you? You will lose your reputation.
Cheers to my soldiers. I will not combat in my shirt.
You may not deny it. Pompey hath made the challenge.
Sweet bloods, I both may and will.
What reason have you for this?
The naked truth of it is, I have no shirt.
True. It was enjoyed him in Rome for want of linen. Since when, I'll be sworn, he was none but a dishcloth of Jaconettas, and that he wears next to his heart for a favor.
Take you, madam. Welcome, our song, but that thou interruptest our merriment. I am sorry, madam, for the news I bring is heavy in my tongue. The king, your father, dead, for my life. Even so, my tale is told.
Worthy's away. See me in the cloud.
For my own part, I breathe free breath. I have seen the day of wrong. Through little discretion. I will right myself like a soldier.
How fares your majesty?
Boyette, prepare. I will away tonight.
I do beseech you, madam, stay.
Prepare, I say. I thank you, gracious lord, for your fair endeavor and your entreat, and out of it your sad soul that you vouchsafe in your rich wisdom to excuse our high, the liberal opposition of our spirits. If over boldly we have borne ourselves in the converse of breath, your gentleness is guilty of it. Farewell, worthy lord. A gentle heart grows not a humble tongue. Excuse me for coming too short of thanks for my great suit, so easily obtained.
The extreme parts of time extremely forms all causes to the purpose of the speed. But since love's argument was first on foot, let not the cloud of sorrow jostle it from that which it first proposeth. Since to wail friends lost is not so wholesome profitable as to rejoice in friends but newly found.
I understand you not. My griefs are doubled.
Honest and plain words best pierce to your grief. And by these badges understand the king. For your fair sakes, and we neglect your time. Play foul play with our oaths. Your beauty, ladies, hath much deformed us, fashioning our humors even to the opposed end of our intent. Therefore, ladies, our love being yours, there our love makes is likewise yours. We to ourselves prove false. Once to be false, Forever to be true is those that make us both. Fair ladies, you, and this falsehood in itself a sin, purifies itself and turns to grace.
We have received your letters, full of love, your favors and ambassadors of love, and in our maiden council rated them, at courtship pleasant jest and courtesy, as bombast in the blindness of the time. But more devout than this in our respect, have we not been, and therefore met your loves in their own fashion, like a merry men?
Our letters, madam, so much more than jest. So did our looks.
We did not quote them so.
Now, at the latest minute of the hour, grant us your love.
A time methinks too short to make a world without end bargain in. No, no, my lord, your praise is perjured much, and therefore this. If for my love, if there is no such cause, you will do as this shall you do for me. Your oath I will not trust, but go and speak to some forlorn and naked hermitage, remote from all the pleasures of the world. There stay until the 12 celestial signs bring about the annual reckoning. If this austere and sociable life, change not your offered maiden to blood. If cost and fast, hard lodging and thin weeds, and it's not forgotten from his love, then let us bear this trial and last love. And at the expiration of the year, come challenge me by these deserts. And by this virgin call now keep me thine. I will be thine, till that instant shut my woeful self up in a mourning house, bringing tears of lamentation to remember to my father's death. If this thou do deny, let our hands part, neither entitled to the other's heart.
If this or more than this I would deny, to flatter up these powers of mine with rest. The sudden hand of death close up mine eye. Hence, hermit, thy heart is in my breast.
But what to we, my love? But what to we? A wife?
A beard, fair health and honesty, with threefold love, I wish you all these three.
Then shall I say thank you, gentle wife?
Not so, gentle lord, a 12 month and a day. I'll mark no words that smooth faced wooers say, but come when the king doth to my lady come. And if I have much love, I'll give you some.
I shall serve thee true and faithfully till then.
Yet swear not, lest you be forsworn again.
What sense, Maria?
At the 12th month, then, I'll change my black gown for a faithful friend.
I'll see with patience, but the time is long.
The life in you, you taller are so young.
I've had a mistress look on me. Behold the window of my heart. My eye. What humble sweet answer came thee? Behold some service for thy love.
How say I've heard of you, my lord William? For I shall call you the world's largest tongue. Who claims you for a man, replete with wrong, full of comparisons with blooming flowers, which you on all estates shall execute, which violence to mercy rules. To weed this wormwood in your fruitful brain, and therewithal to win me to free. Without the rich, I am not to one. You shall this 12 months turn from day to day. Visit the speechless sick and still converse, with groaning wretches, and your touch shall be, with all the fierce endeavor of your wit, force the pain gives to smile.
To move while laughing in the throat of death? Cannot be, it is impossible. Mirth cannot move a soul in agony.
Oh, why not the way to choke-giving spirit, whose influence has begun that which degrades, which hearers give to fools. A just prosperity lies in the ears of him that hears it, never in the tongue of him that makes it. Then a sickly ears, deaf to the clamors of their own dearly groans, will hear your idle scorn. Continue then, and I will have you in that fault resolved. But if they will not, cast away that spirit, and I will find the empty of that fault, right joyful of your resignation.
Well befall, it will befall. I will jest the 12 months in a hospital.
I, my lord, and so I take my leave.
If you beseech you, madam, we will show you on your way.
This doth not in like a play. Jack hath not Jill. These ladies might as well make our sport a comedy.
Come, sir, it wants the 12 months in a day. Then it will end.
That is too long for a play.
Sweet majesty, vouchsafe.
Was that not Hector?
The worthy knight of Troy?
I will kiss thy royal finger.
And take leave.
I am a notary. I have vowed to Jacqueline to hold a block for her sweet love 3 years. But most esteemed greatness, you do not hear the guidelines.
that two learned men have compiled in praise of the owl and the cuckoo?
Call him forth quickly. We will do. So.
Hola, approach! This side is Heinz Winter. This is the Werner Spring. The one maintained by the owl, the other by the cuckoo. There, begin. The words of Mercury are harsh after the songs of Apollo. You that way, and we this way.